Okay, so about 10 weeks ago, I had this bright idea to get my first hot bikini wax, and it was my very first time. I had a friend tell me about a black-owned place where you could get a wax, and I went. And so first time clients was $25, and I don't know what to expect because I've never had one before. So I show up, I'm kind of nervous, but I don't know what to expect. And so I go, I get the wax, and it was like a pain that I've never felt before. It was a pain that I've never felt before. Like, I mean, I guess I didn't process, like, they're pulling your hair out from the root, and you've never had that done before. I'm one of those at-home care people, so there are a lot of creams and razors and different things that you can use at home, and that's more in my lane. But from the recommendation from a friend, I'm like, you know, let me try it. Why not? Customer service was phenomenal. Okay, I will say the customer service was phenomenal, and the people that work there at the facility, it's called Candee Skin. It's in Desoto, Texas. They know their thing. They know their stuff. The people that work at the facility, they know their stuff. It just was an overwhelming sensation, like, and I just couldn't put it into words, and I was sweating. I was sweating so bad. And so when she pulled up the first piece of wax, I screamed. And I was so embarrassed. I was just like, I am so sorry. Like, are there people next door? And she's like, no, it's okay. Like, we're used to this. We're used to first-time clients just not knowing what to expect and like having some type of reaction. And she even said that a lot of first-time people don't finish, and so because I finished, she said, like, you know, you're good. Like, this is something you can handle. And I'm like, are you sure? Because this hurts so bad. This hurts so bad. And so she said, like, look, your first time this is how it is for your first time. But if you keep coming back, the hair starts to grow in thinner, your skin adjusts to, you know, the wax being pulled up, and it just gets better. I couldn't even concentrate. Like, at one point I was just like, just leave it there. Mind you, the very first time that you go and get a wax, that's how it feels. It's not a painless experience. And so I just, because I didn't know what to expect, it was just like, whoa, wowzers. So they tell you need to exfoliate afterwards, and I've never exfoliated knowingly my skin, and so I needed them to explain what that meant. Like, what do you mean what do you mean? And so exfoliation helps to remove the dead layers of skin so that you don't have ingrown hairs. And so I'm like, I'm gonna have ingrowns? Like, ingrowns where? There? Oh no. And so I appreciated them letting me know and taking out the time to help me, and I definitely appreciated the price point, especially being a new customer, a new client. And they also offer, I was offered a complimentary touch-up. So like, if hair grows back, because hair grows in cycles, if hair grew back that next week, I could come back and get a complimentary follow-up, and that was amazing. And even like how you confirm your appointments by text message and all that stuff. Like, it was a good experience with customer service. The hot wax was interesting for my skin because, you know, I have, if you don't know, I have very sensitive skin, and it's sensitive to a lot of products, even natural products. And so I struggle a lot finding things that work well for my skin, which is why I started my company 𝐟𝐢𝐫𝐬𝐭 in the first place. It's because I kind of got tired of piecing like different things together to make a regimen, to make a routine. It just, you know, it got to the point to where it was just like, I'm gonna try my hand at this. And so, you know, thank God I've been having success, because being my own test subject, I had a lot of interesting experience happening. So anyway, I go to the store, I buy an exfoliator, and guess what happens? It doesn't work well for my skin. And so I have wax, newly waxed, on top of an exfoliator that my skin doesn't like. So it was pandemonium for a week and a half. And so I got this bright idea to maybe make my own sugar scrub, a really light, soft sugar scrub, which is an exfoliator that my skin would possibly like. And that's where 𝐒𝐲𝑉𝐴 was birthed. I needed a post-wax regimen for myself that was plant-based, and so I got in the kitchen, I got in my lab, and I started whipping up some stuff. And so I love it. I probably use it way more than what I'm supposed to. I'm using it every day. You don't need to exfoliate every day, but I just love it. I love the smell, I love the texture of it, I love how it feels. And you have options. So I have one that's made with brown sugar, and I have one that's made with cocoa palm sugar, and I even have a kit. It's the kit that I use after I get a wax. And so since my skin didn't take too well to the hot wax, I decided to try sugar waxing 4 weeks later at the recommendation of another friend. And so I went to Sweetie's Sugaring Studio in Dallas, Texas. And the sugar paste is made with 3 ingredients. 2 of those ingredients I'm using already in my kitchen. So I had already had some experience with those ingredients on my skin, and my skin loved it. Now, sugar waxing is not a painless experience. It still hurts. It still hurts, but for me it did not hurt as worse as the hot wax. And the hot wax I did was the wax that they put on, and then they pull the wax up. So it wasn't the strips. I'm sure that there's some ingredient in it that just didn't work well with my skin. And with the sugar waxing, my skin took well to the 3 ingredients that was used in the sugar paste. So sugar waxing costs a little more, but for me it was definitely better for my skin. And I've been back twice, so I think it's been 10 weeks, and I've tried the sugaring twice. I do like it. And then I've been using my exfoliation kit, my 𝐒𝐲𝑉𝐴 exfoliation kit in between. So that's now something that we offer at 𝐟𝐢𝐫𝐬𝐿, and we've been getting feedback. We may be changing our jars really soon, if we can get our hands on these super cute mini mason jars. We're considering offering those instead of the jars that they currently come in. But I am so excited that everyone is liking our scrubs, because I love our scrub. It has the sugar in it, and it has mango butter, and it also has an essential oil in it. So it's really moisturizing, really nourishing for the skin, and it's vajay friendly. So if you want to use it on other parts of your body, feel free. If you want to use it for her, she should be fine, unless you have an allergen to coconut. If you have an allergen to coconut, then we have the brown sugar sweet almond combination. If you don't have an allergen to coconut, we have the coconut palm sugar and coconut oil combination. So I'm excited to see where this goes. If maintaining your hair down there is not something that you're interested in, I would highly recommend trying waxing. I have friends that have been using hot waxing for years, and I have friends that have been using sugar waxing for years. And so it'll be a matter of tolerance, and it'll be a matter of what your skin enjoys most, because this is about the largest organ on your body, which is your skin. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to DM me or email me at @aloecurves@gmail.com to talk about the process in more detail. So again, those two places were Candee Skin in DeSoto, Texas, and Sweetie Sugaring Studio in Dallas, Texas. And for first-time clients at Candee Skin is $25, and at Sweetie Sugaring, I think for first-time clients is $75, and then your follow-up appointments are $55. So yeah, visit us at aloecurves.com and see you soon.